It's your girl Risa coming to y'all today. We're gonna cook a meal today, okay? Not just one thing, we're gonna cook a meal today. Alright. So today I'm getting ready to do oven baked barbecue chicken. I have some wings and drumsticks. I'm gonna do some cabbage and mixed vegetables. And I'm gonna do some scalloped potatoes. So that's what we're getting ready to do. Alright. What y'all cooking today? Tell your girl down below. Alright. So I have my pan here on the stove. This is gonna be for my cabbage. I have some bacon drippings and a little bit of the grease off of the bacon. Not as much as I wanted, but that's all I had left. So I'm getting ready to put in the bottom of my pan. For those that have been rocking with me for a while, y'all already know that I like to layer my pan with onions and bell peppers. So I have some fresh onion, one whole onion, one yellow pepper, and one green pepper cut up, okay? And I have some frozen peppers as well that I'm going to mix in with my cabbage. And I might add a little bit of this on top of my chicken, okay? So let's go ahead and start layering some of this in the bottom. Now, for those of you that know, put it down below why, or did I just say it? I don't think I did. Why I don't lay my chicken flat on the bottom of my surface. Whether it's aluminum foil in between the layers or what. Why did I say that? Or why do I do that? Put it in the comment section. Okay, so we got some onions. That's half, this is half of a large sweet onion. Okay, break it up as much as I want to. You guys don't have to do this, but I do. Okay, now we're going to set this aside for a minute while we season our chicken. Okay, rinse my hands off. So here's my chicken. Now, as you can see, I'm not going to be able to put all of this chicken, season it all in this bowl. So I'm going to start, I'm going to get a piece of foil and lay it down. Let's move this until I need it again. And no, I'm not an organized person, y'all. Because I get ideas. I can start out wanting to do something and then I change my mind. So, hey, if y'all want somebody meticulous, y'all go watch my husband, G Rich, because that ain't me. He do. That's not me. I'm all over the place. But I get the job done. Your girl is effective in her own way. So I apologize to those that watch and y'all are meticulous like that and you get frustrated to the point you start saying mean stuff. I don't want you to have to repent on my behalf. So I'm letting you know up front. It ain't like that over here. Okay? So we got some wings. That's one of my favorite pieces of chicken. And these some nice size wings, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all want to come in a little closer? Child, don't be shy. Come on in. Come on in. There we go. Because back there it was a little glare, right? So we got all of our chicken wings down here. And I'm going to do it a little simple today. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt. And I have it in this little shaker. If you can't have salt, make sure you use your salt substitute. Now, you can do this without having to add, like you say, any salt. You can use Mrs. Dash, cover your chicken with it, and then your barbecue sauce. Okay? That's that. We're going to do some onion powder, because I like it that way. Gotta see the dust on the outside of that chicken. And I'm going to go up here in the cabinet because I'm not organized like that. And we're going to get some of the, let's see, the original Mrs. Dash. We're going to sprinkle some of that on this side. If I can pop it open. Yes, ma'am. All right, there we go. That's that side. Now we're going to flip them over and do the same thing. Try to be careful with these tongs when I'm using foil like this, because I can poke a hole in the foil and then the chicken juice go through on the other side. I gotta disinfect it anyway, but y'all, that's just how my mind works. Okay. Everything need a little color on it, okay? Now a little bit of salt on this side. And there you have it, Bob's your uncle. All right. So we got that. Let me come in by you. I'm gonna sit this on top of my pan, and we're gonna go ahead and layer this chicken in here. It don't bother me whether I lay them skin side down or up, child. I'm gonna put them in there however they gonna fit. So it's like a puzzle. I have to lay them in here. Look at that. Get them in here, and I'm going to try to leave some room over here for the drums. Okay. Don't have to worry about them covering each other because they already have season, right? There we go. I can scoot you in a little bit more. Look at that. Bring your butt here. There you go. Now we're going to get our drums, and we're going to lay their little selves over here too. Now, if I'm using tongs on raw meat, you never use the same unclean tongs on cooked meat, okay? Cross-contamination. But all of this is raw, so I don't have to worry about that at the moment. Now, I'm not going to use, oh, found another wing. I'm not going to use all the drums because we're going to save a few of these for Cody Bug. Let's see. How many I have left? I have 4 left. That's good. Right there. Let's see. Okay. So we got some seasoning already down on the bottom of this foil here. Not that we're not going to add some more. Because we are. And I'm not putting any cayenne pepper on them because I have to stay away from it for right now. My digestive system is doing some things to me. Yes, ma'am. Now we're going to let this cook. I got my oven at 425, and I'm going to let it cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay? And I'm going to check it and see if it's as tender as I want it. Because the way I want my chicken, I want to be able to pull on this tip right here and it just come right off without any resistance, okay? That's the way I like mine. I can't help the way somebody else like theirs. I mean, I need that thing, and I want my skin crispy. Okay? Let's do this other side. Put that seasoning on there. That's the one thing about that part of the seasoning. It's not salty. Okay? A little bit of salt. Okay. back over because you need another bath on the other side. There we go. And Bob's your uncle. Now, slide y'all over right here. And we're going to go ahead and lay these in the best way we know how. Okay. Some of these thickums, squeeze them right on in there. Pick up whatever we can. Look at that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yes, sir. Slide you right in there, okay? There we go. Now, I am going to put the rest of my onions and bell peppers that I have left on top of the chicken. Okay. Y'all see that? That pan is heating up. Okay. Now these are frozen, so this is gonna give us a little liquid. Okay. Right on top. And I'm gonna use some fresh. Now y'all might say that's too much. Well, you know, that's when you limit yourself on how much you add, okay? Because this is going to cook down. Nothing is going to be crunchy when I get through with it. I don't do crunchy vegetables. I'm sorry. I just don't. Let's grab a piece of this onion. Baby, hush your mouth. This is going to be good. Now, I'm going to save some of my green bell peppers. Yeah. Uh-oh. And I'm dropping it. In the trash you go. All right, let me wash my hand. Okay. So, here's our chicken. It's getting ready to go in. I'm going to cover it up, because we want to steam it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a spoonful of better than bouillon, okay, in the bottom. Okay. There's a little teaspoon down there. And over here. And I'm going to add a little water to this jar. Stir it up. It's not even going to be a full jar. Okay, half a jar. And this is a 16 ounce, so that's 8 ounces of water that I'm mixing with whatever's left in here. Okay. And I'm going to pour it right down in the bottom. Is it rinsing off your seasoning? Not really, because it's going to continue to cook in that seasoned water, okay? Now, is this law? No, it's not, but it's just the way I like to do it. All right? So, I'll be back, y'all, with part 2. All right, guys. So, my next thing I'm going to work with is these scalloped potatoes. So, I have some that I purchased, and I'm just going to put them in here. Okay. I like to mix 3 different kinds. The scallop, the au gratin, and the three cheese. Okay. We got that in there. Now, let me move this. I have some butter. Now, I do have my stove on very low. But I got some butter I'm going to cut up and put over in here. And make sure that when you use those boxes, you follow the instructions until you get comfortable where you can wing it. Okay? Now, it do call for milk, and got some on the side of the pan. Okay? It calls for milk for each box, a 1/3 cup of milk, and 2 1/4 cup of water in one box, and 2 cups of water in the other. So that'll be 6 cups of water. Okay? And I'm going to add 2 1/2 cups of milk, and it called for 5 tablespoons of butter. Okay? So we got that. Now the thing about it is, let me get my bowl. For my milk, I'm going to add my cheese to my milk. Okay. I'm going to add another stick of butter because that's the way I like to do it. It's all going to melt. All right. We're going to get our cheese sauce, which is the powdered packets. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay. These are our powdered packets. And we're going to mix this in as well. Okay, we got that. Now, I'm going to add some jalapenos. Let me get a spoon. Okay, let me get this big one. There we go. I got some jalapenos because my family like it a little spicy. And these are the diced jalapenos. I'm going to add this big tablespoon. Go ahead and mix this up. Now, should I have melted the butter? Yeah, but you know I'm being difficult. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat this up for a few minutes with all of this in here. I'm gonna do about a minute, 30 seconds at a time, because I don't want to heat it up too fast. Okay. Pop that in the microwave. While my water is heating up, okay, I have some cheese sauce, my ragu, that I'm also gonna add. Okay, we'll put some shredded cheese on top. And in our mixture. Now, we making cheesy potatoes, right? There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, it says squeeze 4 corners together. Fold and tear along the dotted line. So, there we go. Making sure my hand is out of the way. There we go. And we're going to pop that open. Add our cheese sauce. Okay. Let me check my milk. One more time. We're going to put some hot water in here. Okay. Just right, not to cover the potatoes, but right to the edge. Okay. There we go. That's going to melt this butter that's already in here, and it's going to loosen up our potatoes a little bit, because this bad mama jamma is going in the oven. I'm going to cover it for about 15 minutes, and then I'll take it off and let it brown for the rest of the time that it's going in. Okay. Now, like I say, follow the instructions on the box. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to add extra cheese. And that's why I'm covering it up, because I need it to cook from the inside. I don't want the top to brown too fast. Okay. Get it all mixed in. I'm going to nuke it one more time. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get my cheese to put on the top. We got some mild cheddar cheese I'm going to put on here, okay? Now these potatoes over here on the other side, I'm going to do it off camera because I'm going to try to make me a pan of scalloped potatoes for myself. I haven't done it with this cheese that I have, this non-dairy cheese, so I'm winging it. Yes, ma'am. Your girl gonna wing it. I'm gonna put this unmelted butter down in there. Most of it did melt, but I don't want to cook it too fast. So let's add this. There's our powdered cheese. Okay. Now, I'm gonna mix some cheese in. That's gonna be nice and creamy, y'all. And I'm just realizing that y'all can't really see what I'm doing because of the light. Let me see. There we go. It's a little bit better. Why y'all ain't tell me y'all couldn't see? Hold on a minute. Okay, so trying to get you a nice angle. Okay. So we have everything mixed in. Our 2 sticks of butter. We have our cheese sauce. We have our shredded cheese. We have our milk and our powdered cheese and our big tablespoon of jalapenos. All mixed in. And our potatoes that came in the pack. All right. And like I said, I had this. This is warm. Not only from the hot water, and I warmed up the milk, but because my stove is on low. See that? Okay. Now I'm going to cover it with cheese. All my cheese lovers out there, there you go. Now, I should have put some bacon in it, but I didn't. And there we go. So we're going to put this in the oven with foil on top because I don't want to burn it. I don't want it to cook too fast. We're going to tin it. Okay. All right, I'll be back, y'all. Okay, guys, so I'm back over here. I'm going to put my vegetables in. Brussels sprouts and my cabbage, and then I'm gonna add some of my frozen peppers and bell peppers. Okay, there we go. And now I'm gonna add my Normandy blend vegetables. Okay, this big bag. So this is how I'm going to get all my vegetables in. And they are frozen as well. So I'm going to do layers. I'm going to let this cook. I put it up on number 7 because I don't want it to cook too fast. Okay, because I know that's going to cook, but I'm going to cook it slow. So I'm going to add some of these in now, and then I'm going to stir it up. Try to get a little bit of everything. Carrots, bell peppers, cauliflower, broccoli, ooh, child, zucchini. We got us a whole vegetable medley, honey. Yes, ma'am. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt. About a teaspoon of salt. And y'all can't see how much is coming out. I can. Okay. And I'm going to add some chicken flavor better than bouillon to give it a little flavor. We're going to let that just cook down in there, okay? I'm going to put a lid on this. And I'm going to let it steam. All right? And I'll be back to show y'all what it looked like. Okay, guys. So I have had an opportunity to sample some of these items that I picked up that are plant-based and non-dairy to make me some scalloped potatoes. So the liquid that I'm going to use is by Ripple. It's dairy-free, unsweetened vanilla, plant-based milk. And I'm going to do about 2 cups of that, okay? This is a 1 cup measure. And I'm going to put it in my pan so y'all can see it. Okay, we got that. And I am going to add a tablespoon of this Mayoka's Roadhouse cheddar. This is sharp. It's made with cashew milk cheese. So I hope y'all can see that. There we go. I'll add a few spoonfuls. Okay, because this is just for me. I've already tasted it and I like the taste of it. And we have the Mayoka's creamy cream cheese. This is classic plain cashew milk, made with cashew milk. Do 2 of those. And I have some Mayoka's organic cashew milk mozzarella, okay? Now, if you're allergic to nuts, then you already know you can't use this. I'm going to just cut off a piece. And we're going to melt this. So let me turn my heat up a little bit. I'm going to add some Smart Balance And I'm going to use a cereal spoon. This is what I call my tablespoon. Let's do one of those, 2 of those. Okay, let's see. We'll go ahead and do 3. Any of this sauce that I have left, I can always use this on something else. I can make Alfredo with it, whatever. Need some cream chicken. Let me get my spatula because I don't want to scratch the bottom of my pan. Oh man, ooh, I'm splattering it, y'all. Making a mess. Making the mess. Okay. While that's heating up, okay, and if I'm gonna see how thick this gets. If I feel like I need a thickener, I'll add some cornstarch. But I don't think I'm gonna need that. Okay. Okay. Getting them all to come together. Now, what I'm gonna do is slide my taters over here. I let them cool completely off enough to where I can lift them up and peel them. So I'm gonna peel the skin off. Now I do like the skin, so I may leave some of the skin on, some of them. We'll see. Coming off real easy. Okay, so we're just gonna slice these up, and they're not mushy. I cooked them just enough that I can cut it and it not be raw. Okay, we got those. Let me put my skins in my cup. Okay, and I'll go ahead and do the rest. Let me stir this real quick. Yes, sir. Ooh, honey hush. Now see, this is getting thick on its own. Yes. Mm-hmm. Now what I am gonna do, I'm gonna make some breadcrumbs and put on the top of mine, because that cheese, non-dairy cheese, is hard to melt, okay? And you need to mix it with a liquid over heat to get that stuff to melt. Otherwise, it'll look like fake cheese. You know what I mean? And I'm trying not to make a mess, because I'm not doing it in a saucepan. Y'all know, kitchen, you can get messy. I know I can. That's coming together slowly. Okay. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit because I don't want it to cook too fast. All right. Go ahead and chop this one with some of the skin left on it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start layering in my little dish. Best way I know how. Turn it down a little bit more. Okay. There's no right or wrong way to put them in here. Because, girl, I'm going to eat this. Now, Corey could not even eat this because he's allergic to nuts. Okay. Let me stir it up. So I'm going to turn my eye off because this eye stays hot for a long time. So it'll still seem like it's cooking. We're going to play with it. Okay. Still a little chunky, but not chunky. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more milk. See if that help. Child, I can't talk. Said help. Hey. Just to thin it out just a little bit. This is my first time buying that Ripple, and it tastes pretty good. I don't just drink milk out of a glass. I only use it for my cereal, or you know, I want something where I can make me some macaroni and cheese. And honey, this is gonna be one of my macaroni and cheese dishes right here. Ooh, yes, ma'am. Thank you to Hoop Mayokas. Thank y'all for coming up with something for us that can't have dairy. All right. So let me go ahead and get this other one dished up. And I'm going to take all the skin off of this one. Yes, ma'am. What are y'all cooking today? And I hope everybody's able to stay warm. I know it's freezing, frigid temperatures all over the place, y'all. I was talking to someone yesterday, and they was talking about how cold it was. That it's even hard to get warm with the heater on and blankets and stuff. And I was like, they was telling me like it's 5 degrees, 15 degrees. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop hollering about this cold, cause baby, I will be crying somewhere. Okay. My thoughts and prayers and my heart go out to anybody that's homeless right now and don't have a place to get warm. Lord, warm them up, God, from the inside out. Thank you, babe. All right, so we got that. Now I'm going to start to put this together. And I'm going to get a spoon and just start spooning this in. Okay. Here's my taters. Hopefully I can get it to get all down in there, y'all. I might need a bigger dish while I'm playing. While I'm playing with this. Come on and fall down in there. figure this out, y'all. That's it. I know I'm making a whole mess, but it's all right. This is what happens when you don't think out your plan. Y'all say I'm unorganized. I sure am. But god dog, this is gonna be delicious. Rinse my hand off. See, can I shake some of it down in the bottom? There we go. It don't look appetizing right now, y'all. It don't. I'm gonna put some bacon. Look at that. I made a mess. Yes, I did. Let's move some of these taters over. Like, Risa, why you didn't do this better than this before you turned the camera? Because I want y'all to see ain't nothing perfect. This is how I come up with ideas. Make a mess in the kitchen. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, y'all. So I'm gonna have to pull this out and get all of that off the side. That'll be something I work on this week. Deep cleaning it on the side of here. That's gonna aggravate me. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm gonna lay these back. Get you down in there. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we got left here. A little bit to go on top. All right, I'm gonna get my breadcrumbs together, y'all, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so now I'm getting ready to make my breadcrumbs, and I have about 4 slices of bread in my chopper over here. Lift y'all up just a little bit. There we go. I have my stove on, which I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to add some parsley flakes to my breadcrumbs. Hey, just decorating it, right? And some bacon bits. This is going to be my top. Okay. Now, my little KitchenAid chopper. Bread don't want to go down in there. Let's see if we get it right. All right, we good. And there we have our breadcrumbs. Parsley and bacon and some sliced bread. Okay. Thing out. Let's see, can I clean up this edge a little bit? All right. So now we're gonna start to sprinkle this If I can find another spoon. Where did all the silverware go? Child, let me use my hand. Ain't nobody got time for that. Sprinkle it all over the top. And I'm gonna melt some butter. My butter, the Smart Balance. Get some over here in this corner. And whatever I don't use, I can save. Okay? Which don't look like it's gonna be much. Risa, why you put all that? Because I like breadcrumbs, child. Who don't like breadcrumbs? I do. Buttery breadcrumbs at that. Rinsing my hand, drying off my cup, get my mess that I made. Part of it anyway. Now see, I'm not going to even use this pan to heat my butter up. I'm going to just do it in the microwave. Save me a dish. I'm going to heat this up until it melts. And then I'm going to pour it on top. Okay? And no, I don't measure. You can do about a couple of tablespoons. Okay. All right. Come on. It's gonna be good, y'all. It's a mess, but it's gonna be sure enough good. God, dog. Ooh. Now, I'm gonna put this in the oven, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So here we are. At this point, you see that brownness down in the bottom? That's goodness. Yes, I want that. Y'all might not want it, but I want that. I'm gonna stir my vegetables up, and I'm gonna add my next layer. Now, I'm going to turn these down even lower. This eye is actually not on at the moment. But once I get everything in here, my seasonings, I'm going to add a little bit of the lemon pepper seasoning. And I'm going to add some Mrs. Dash table blend. And we're going to add our other layer of vegetables, and then we're going to season it again. I can eat off these vegetables all week. Okay? Whatever I have left, I can add some. Bake me some fish. or something like that to go with it. Some chicken. Okay. One more handful. And Bob is your uncle. There we go. All right. So now, another layer of seasoning. Lightly. Because this does have a little bit of salt in it. Okay. And the table blend. We're going to stir it up. And I'm going to put the lid on it for 10 minutes and it's going to be done. Okay. And remember, anytime you're dealing with a pot like this, if you don't have handle covers, these things get hot. So make sure you guys use a pot holder or a dry towel, not damp towel, because if you use something wet, it's going to create steam and it's going to burn you. Okay. So there we go. Turn it on. And I'm putting it on number 3. And we're going to let this cook for 10 minutes. All right. I'll be back when I finish food. Okay, guys. So I took the paper off and put it under the broiler for a few minutes. Now I'm going to turn my chicken over. Okay. We got to let it cook. And I'm going to put it back in for another 45 minutes. Because this is cooking. It's not done the way I want it. You see the meat is coming away from the bone? Yes. But I wanted to cook a little bit more. Okay. See, that chicken is a little too light-skinned for me on that side. Not that I got a problem with light-skinned people, but I like a little color on my chicken. All right. So we're going to flip these over. And then I'm going to add my barbecue sauce. And after 45 minutes, I'm going to add some more sauce. And then leave it in for another 10 minutes. Okay. And we'll go from there. These are not the same tongs that I used before. These are longer. So all my germaphobes out there, it's all right, y'all. I ain't trying to give nobody the heebie-jeebies. Okay. Let's get this last one turned over. All right. Now, I'm going to use Kraft barbecue sauce. This is one of my old schools. My granny used to use it. And I just like the flavor that it gives the chicken. Can't be stingy with the barbecue sauce. We're going to cook this really good. Yeah. Now that juice in the bottom is fine right about now. But this barbecue sauce is going to take it right on over the top. Okay. Now, we're going to put this in the oven. And I'll be back to show y'all the finished product. Okay, guys, I am done. These are our cheesy potatoes. Okay. This is my potatoes, my cheesy potatoes. They look a little grayish, but it's all right. This is the mixed vegetables, and here's the barbecue chicken. And I'm getting ready to make G's plate. And we're going to go ahead and eat, y'all. Yes. Yeah, don't worry about them burnt ends, honey. I like the burnt ends. That's me. Okay, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna get these potatoes. Now remember, the potatoes have jalapenos in them. Ooh, look at that, cheesy. They fresh out the oven, y'all. Yes, ma'am. All right. Now we're going to get us some veggies. It's broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, zucchini, squash, peppers and onions, carrots, all of that. Come on. This baby's veggies. Now we're gonna go to get the chicken. Drumstick. Okay. And there we go, y'all. This is what we getting ready to do. We getting ready to eat this. Yes, sir. And I thank y'all for watching. I told y'all I was coming with some more cooking. We cooked the meal, honey. This is it. We love y'all to life. Happy eating, y'all. Bye, sugar.